struck the chord. This chord is weak. This is a weak chord, saying it now.
Here we go. So, I'm going to call this now. This is the final. The final. I will not be making any more process work things. Maybe. Calling it now. This is the final one, and I want to go over a couple of things. Last things. Thing number one. I talked about the SFX. I did not talk about the background. Or how I set up the music for that. So I'm going to use this time now to talk about it. And in case you don't know, our beloved co-host, Greg, he's got a sword now. Don't know why. He just has one. So let's talk about it. So going back to audio stuff. So we got audio manager .cs. Within that is where we're holding the background hostage. So, underneath all of our public audio clips, we set up a new private void. So we got private void. This purple sucks. Going back to blue. I'm not gonna bite into it. Again, this is public property. I don't want to damage public property as much as I would like to damage this public property because it's annoying to get off. It's off. So, back into it. So, private void, call this start. So, we got our private void start. So, 1, 2. And then, little curly brace here. There we go. Little squiggly thing. We have music source. So, don't remember, I certainly do. We have our two sources. We have our, let me see, we have enough room here. So we have our music and SFX. We have both of those as a source. Both the music and an SFX source. Talked about the music source, or the SFX source. We're talking about the music source. Music source. This is where it has all our music or our background. So we got music source dot clip. Then in brackets we have background. I have it set lowercase. Again, this is very case sensitive as most code is. So we got music source dot clip background. Then we have music. We have music. Source dot and play. Let me just add a bit of. So, the idea with that is simple. Because it's a music source and not an SFX, we'll get into how, I forgot about it, we'll get into how we play the SFX. We would just want a private void for the SFX. So, music, source, clip, background. We'll have it play. So, when we start up the game, it'll play the background. I would show you, but right now, it's being taken up by the movement. If I think of it. We have it set on a loop so that when music finishes, it loops back to the start, continues to play the music over and over and over again until you exit the game. Then, like I said, I forgot, we're going to talk about how we play the SFX. Unlike our music, we're setting up a public we have a public void for our sound effects. Public void, have it set up as play SFX. Very case sensitive. I have it set up all caps. If you have it in lowercase, it's very case. Right next to it, we have audio clip, and then right beside clip, lowercase c. So this differentiates because we have the publics are set up as audio clip with a capital, and then the lowercase is to say these are your little snippets. Underneath, we got our little squigglies again. Suck at drawing these. We have SFX source. Again, I'm spelling it wrong. Who cares? FSX source dot.
And then in brackets, clip. Now, what does it mean by play one shot? No, it does not mean the actual video game of one shot.
It means play once. This is a once in a lifetime. Once thing. This is not going to continue like the music source. It's not going to just, or let me explain. So, I should probably explain better. One shot and play. Music source plays it when you start. Music one shot sets it up so that you can play it whenever you want. Now, I might be explaining that wrong. My bad if I am. So let me talk about the CSs that have, because I want to differentiate which has not a music attached to it. So we're just gonna erase all this. Hope you memorized it. It's all gonna be on the test. Keep that. I don't care about that. Let's talk about what it has. So we have player.cs. We have our. I'm just gonna. We have our movement SFX, since it's tied to the disk and the fish as well. It has our drop. It's our drop disk SFX, and it has our fish SFX.
Since it has the, again, so fish trigger is also tied to not only a CS, it also ties to player. It has the get fish points SFX. So when you enter a fish trigger, it'll trigger the get fish points SFX. But it also has, or I might be getting this wrong, and no, it does. Now, on to the next thing that has sound effects. Score trigger has SFX. Why? Because of two reasons. Number one, because I have a get points SFX. So when you get points with a regular disc, it'll play the get points sound effect. But we also have fish points SFX. Now, but it's already tied to a player. It can be tied to 2 places. Get fish points SFX is there also for the trigger as well. Because if you have it set up, so if you got, if your tag, because it's collider tags, and also a game object tag. So we have a game object tag for fish, and I have a game object tag for disc. If this is also kind of failed, but the idea is if you're a fish, not disc, it'll play, you get points. If you're a disc and not a fish, if you're a fish, not a disc, you'll get fish points. If you're a disc and not a fish, you'll get points. Kind of failed on me, keep putting it in because it sort of holds everything together as well. But I have it in there because it's sound effects for
points. The things that do not have.
The things that do not have sound effects. I'm talking louder because my mic's gone.
Back. Things that do not have sound effects on them are camera follow. Don't need sound effects on your camera following you. I don't know why you would have those. Fish trigger actually does not have sound effects, despite the fact score trigger does. Why? Because it's already set up in player. Next up, Scorekeeper. Scorekeeper. Okay, funny story. So, Scorekeeper. I messed up score trigger and Scorekeeper. So, score trigger or Scorekeeper used to have all of Scorekeeper's sound effects in them. So, that was funny for like 5 seconds, but then it stopped being funny after. But yeah, Scorekeeper doesn't need any sound effects. It's just to keep the score. It's not when on trigger. That's when I want all of the sound effects to happen, not when the points, you know. And Audio Manager, I would say, doesn't have sound effects, but it's the Audio Manager. It's supposed to have sound effects in them. It does have the background music. Nothing else does have the background music. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Like I said, this is probably the final process work I'm doing. Maybe I'll do more if I think of something else that I forgot to talk about.
That is all for the process work.